Hello everyone, I am Shufang Wang from Taiwan.
My name is Oksana Volinavichina. I'm from Vilnius, Lithuania, and now I'm in Toronto, Canada.
I'm Mariana Colmenares Castaño from Mexico City.
My name is Denise Altman. I'm from Columbia, South Carolina, USA. I am an IBCLC, an International Board Certified Lactation Consultant. The story of my path to the profession is unique, but so are the stories of my peers. Ours is a relatively young healthcare occupation, and we often find ourselves explaining our qualifications along with what we do and how we do it. Because of this, many people with a passion for helping others have come together to create this video. Our purpose is to spotlight and celebrate the worldwide work of IBCLCs by showing a glimpse of the humans behind the credential. We also hope this helps others better understand the skilled professional help and support that we offer. This is the IBCLC Project.
My background, I'm veterinarian, and I was working for agriculture, food safety, then law office, IT, different areas.
I worked as a pediatrician for some years in a hospital and then in private practice. And then I started doing like a subspecialty. And then I decided to go to the lactation field.
I was a researcher and a teacher at university, of course, in macroeconomics. And I would say that my background in economics and my PhD is not completely separate from my being an IBCLC. It defines in some way my interests and my way of working.
I working 23 years as a visiting nurse at the visiting nurse services in Zagreb at the health center, and my field of work is in primary health care with family groups, which largely covers working with pregnant women, new mothers with newborns, and mothers with small children and infants.
Of course, I wanted to have mom and babies because I have 3 older sisters and 6 nephews, and among them, only one sister could do the breastfeeding to her kids, while other 2 sisters really tried hard and spent lots of time and dedication. They could not succeed in breastfeeding. I was always worried that I might not able to do the breastfeeding, just like my other 2 sisters. And actually, in Korea, only 18% mothers breastfeed their babies at 6 months after birth. But when I started to work at home, OBGYN and natural birthing center, I was so surprised that almost 99% of moms who gave birth here were doing the breastfeeding very well. And then there were IBCLCs were helping moms to do the breastfeeding.
Before I became an IBCLC, I was a peer helper for the WIT program for public health data in Montgomery County. I just love being a role model, being that I'm an African American mother, and I've breastfed 5 other kids and currently breastfeeding my 6th kid. Being able to encourage other mothers and just and be an influential person in their lives when it comes to our race, and also being able to be a profession as an African American in this field, which is, I feel like, growing in leaps and bounds. I think that's very important, especially when it comes to the low race that we have, and helping to increase those numbers.
I love the babies. I've always loved the babies. Even nearly 20 years later, I still love the babies. But what I really, really love about my work is that while it can be very challenging at times, it's staying with a mother and supporting a mother until she gets to the point where she is happy with how her breastfeeding her baby is going. And that can be different for so many people. And I think that's what I enjoy most about it, is the satisfaction of making mothers happy and helping them realize that breastfeeding is not just about food.
I love seeing mothers following their instincts and being able to just really enjoy mothering and parenting, and just that moment when mothers realize that they're actually the best person to care for their baby. I think a lot of mothers in the early weeks feel like everyone could do the job better than them, and it's not true at all. Your baby wants you to look after them. They want you to cuddle them and hold them. They don't want someone else. And I think that the moment that clicks for parents, that they realize that they actually know what they're doing and they actually are the best person to do it, I just absolutely love watching that process happen.
I love mentorship. I love looking to younger and newer people who are not IBCLCs but that want to be IBCLCs, and try to provide them the knowledge or the training or the skills that could at least get them to be there someday. So I really like the training part of it, although I love direct service as well.
There are many ways to feed a baby. There's many ways for breastfeeding and chest feeding to play out. It's certainly not all or nothing. And I think for parents to know that, and to know that we are people that do this all day, every day, and do this to genuinely help, is really important for everybody dealing with babies to know.
Chinese people, we have a unique culture, different from the Western countries. It's we call the doing months for the special postpartum first months. And we have really special, unique relationship between the mother-in-law and the breastfeeding mother. I would like to introduce a little bit more about the Chinese Lactation Consultant Association. We have set up a three-stage lactation support competency examination. And if you want to see more detail, and this is a certificate only for the Chinese people, because we covered the Chinese culture about the doing months, and we covered about the special relationship.
We are there to listen to mothers, but also to help them find solution that works where they are. So we give information, we analyze things, but we want to give something that works for them. And the other part is the competence. I think that the IBCLC certification is certification of competence. And I think that this is important for families. They must know that the professional who holds the certification is someone who cares about them and wants to provide the best care possible. So it's important for them. It's not something that IBCLC wants to show. It's not a show off. It's a guarantee that we are trying to do our best to help the families.
Anyone who's sort of deliberating whether they should start their breastfeeding support journey, I would encourage to definitely do so. It's been just one of the most wonderful things, basically, and I'm still going. What are we now? I think 14 years on. I'm still really enjoying it and learning so much. There's just so much to learn. It's unbelievable how, it's just never ending. I get people saying, surely there isn't, much that you can study about breastfeeding and breast milk, and it's just, no, there's just so much I learn every day. I think learn from parents, learn from situations, learn from courses, conferences. There's just so much you can do. So yeah, it's absolutely wonderful, and so go for it and start your training.
Without the founding mothers from La Leche League International, along with the Nursing Mothers Association of Australia, IBCLCs simply wouldn't exist. We are indebted to the group of individuals that created and took the first board exam in 1985. More important, we are, all of us, profoundly grateful to the families that invite us into their lives at the start of their parenting journey. By putting their faith in us and our abilities, they give us an incredible gift. If you are that parent, we thank you. Finally, for IBCLCs everywhere, we celebrate your journey. The work you do is important and is truly making a difference in other lives. Be proud of your accomplishments. Well done.